Stanford. We get into the lower tier of the ACC. Stanford's win total, not surprising. It was Colorado's first year under Coach Prime win total, so I'm not surprised there. Let me get this comment down. Stanford, new head coach Frank Wright, first time college football head coach. They are coming off a 3-9, 2-6 season. I want to say, didn't they beat Syracuse or like was very close to beating Syracuse?
Stanford last year.
Yes, with Ashton Daniels. I want
I
to say they were like very
think
close. They didn't pull
so.
it off. No, they
Yeah, they,
did
they were.
win.
They did win. They did win 26-24.
Yes, I remember that game, bro. I can't believe it. I was so pissed. I think that was like a weekday game too. I think it was like a
Oof.
Friday or something.
But after that, Jesus.
Oh shoot! Hold on. All right, ESPN ain't do me that dirty. Um,
After that was so bad.
where's the game at? 2024.
It
Why
was
can't?
at it was
Oh,
at
here we go. It was
Syracuse.
Friday night. Yep, Friday
Uh,
night,
to
26-24. I
2020.
knew it. Oh God, yeah, it was bad, bro. But yeah, after that, like you said,
Beat Louisville though.
they played.
Which was
They
crazy.
played TCU well for the first half,
Yeah.
first game of the season, and then they played. Well, they would have played Clemson well if Ashton Daniels stopped turning the daggone ball over. He kept getting to the red zone, turning the ball over, but and Clemson kept taking advantage of scoring. But yeah,
For some
man.
reason, I keep thinking of that Stanford Colorado game, but that wasn't last year. That was the year before
Oh,
that.
that was 2 years ago. Yeah, where Alec Iomano
Yeah.
went explosive. He had three
Yeah,
touchdowns.
that was the first time we was like, oh, maybe Travis Hunter ain't that.
The Alec Iomano went stupid.
Yeah, he went crazy on him.
Yeah, but yeah, coming off a 3-9, 2-6 season, where they beat Syracuse, went 9-3. So they upset somebody. They returned 11 starters, 5 on offense, 6 on defense, namely the running back Michael Ford, 76 carries, 309 yards, and 4.1 a carry. Sam Rouse is another guy they bring back at tight end, 40 catches for 334 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tavari Tafidi, linebacker, 41 total tackles, 21 solos, 3.5 sacks, an interception, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery. Scotty Edwards, safety, 80 total tackles, 46 solos, 2 pass breakups. And Mitch Leiter, safety, 54 total tackles, 35 solos, pass breakup, 2 interceptions, and a touchdown. They lost Ashton Daniels, who's now at Auburn. So looky there. Um, Good luck, Auburn. 170 of 271, 62.7 completion percentage, 1,700 yards. But here's the kicker: 10 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. So again,
I
good luck,
agree.
Auburn. 148 carries, 669 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So the man has legs, but he gotta stop turning the ball over. They lost Alec Ayamano, who got drafted by the Titans, wide receiver, 63 catches, 831 yards, and 6 touchdowns. They lost Emmett Mosley, the fifth wide receiver, who plays for Texas now, 48 catches, 525 yards, and 6 touchdowns. They lost Gaten Bernadelle, excuse me, linebacker, 86 total tackles, 33 solos, a sack, pass breakup, an interception, forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. Lost David Bailey, who plays linebacker for Texas Tech now, 31 total tackles, 22 solos, 7 sacks, and 5 forced fumbles. They lost Tristan St. Clair, linebacker, who had 77 total tackles, 40 solos, 2 sacks, a pass breakup, and a fumble recovery. Now, they had the 54th overall recruiting class, 54th in transfers. Ace, talk to me about Stanford.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't have much to say about Stanford because I don't really know too much about what they lost, what they have. I know that Stanford has definitely not been a great team since they've come into the ACC. I
No,
know that they lost, I think, both of their quarterbacks from last year, so they're
they
starting
did.
off fresh at that position.
Yeah, they brought in
However,
Ben Gilbranson, transfer from Oregon State.
yes, and Dylan Ritz from UCF.
I
Not that
think
not
I
that
didn't
I
write
know
him
much about
down
him.
because I think Gilbranson's going to win that job, but
Yeah, well, not that I know much about him, but they've had a major roster overhaul with I think at least 15 plus transfers coming in. So, it's kind of hard to judge a team when they have that kind of turnover about them. We can only just go off of what we've last seen. And what we've last seen was a different coach. Welcome Frank Wright, who is being paid handsomely by the Carolina Panthers still, and he can probably just use all his focus on them, and he doesn't have to worry about paying those crazy San Francisco prices being at Stanford, and
Yeah,
he can just focus on trying to make that program better, which will take a lot of time, and it's going to take, frankly, money. And we'll see if they're able to get it done, but I don't think so. Isn't he on like a 1 year deal or something like that too?
I can look real quick because I actually don't know that. But
I want to say that he is. It feels like I saw something that said he was, but that also doesn't really make sense to me because it's like, why do you want an interim
oh, he is
head coach? Why do you
1
want an
year as an
interim
interim head
head?
coach, 4 million.
It makes no sense to me.
None at all. But hey,
But
I say this: I don't think he gets resigned after what I got coming for him.
yeah, I don't either, because I know what I got coming. And it ain't great.
So Bill Branson though, he was a guy like the year before DJ Uiagalelei came to Oregon State. He like rallied Oregon State to have like a pretty good season. I think they won like 8 games or something like that. And I want to say they either played Oregon close or they beat Oregon.
Right.
And it made it seem like he might be in the quarterback competition with DJ Uiagalelei when the news came out that he transferred um to Oregon State. So he has I don't want to use the word cachet, but lack of a better term, I'm going to use the word cachet. Um trying to find it right here. I'm pretty sure it was this 2022 season. Yeah, they beat Oregon. I know I wasn't tripping. They beat Oregon that year under Gil Branson. Under Gil Branson, they lost 2 games. They lost to Utah and they lost to Washington. Other than that, they beat Stanford, they beat Washington State, they beat Colorado, they beat Cal, they beat Arizona State, and they beat Oregon. And they actually won the bowl game against Florida 30-3.
Yeah, that Oregon game that you mentioned, I mentioned earlier when I was talking about Mario, is in that one game a year that they just make a mess in the bed.
Yeah, no, but Gil Branson was actually like he was balling in that 2022 season. I remember that. So it's gonna be different though, because he don't got the talent that Oregon State defense was very underrated, in my opinion. Now I get it. Oregon put up 34. It's Oregon. Relax.
Right.
But very underrated defense that Oregon State had. That's when they had like Rajon Wright and Oladapo and I forget the other cornerback name. But they had a nice little secondary at Oregon State. They had a nice little team. So, but it's different though. You had Stanford. You lost a lot. You lose your best player in Alec Manor. Other transfers they
Yeah.
have, I have is David Pensalis from Yale, wide receiver who had 61 catches, 901 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Brendan Doyle, a transfer tight end from Memphis, who had 13 catches for 105 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Hunter Barch, a linebacker from Cal, who had 38 total tackles, 22 solos, 2 sacks, 2 pass breakups, and 2 forced fumbles. But Stanford, it's already hard to recruit because the academic standard at Stanford, and I think they get like a late jump on recruiting because of how it's set up. That's at least what I
Right.
hear from Stanford complaining all the time. But if you're ready, we can
And
jump
the,
into the schedule.
and the academic standard, like I get it. I understand. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's fair. You guys are very much not an athletic school,
Decent
but
basketball program.
still. I mean, yeah, but also a decent football program at a time. Like it really just depends on who you have at the helm of the program.
Oh yeah, they made a Rose
And
Bowl with Jim Harbaugh, or was that David Shaw? I think that might have been with
it
David
was it
Shaw.
was Jim. I think they did it with Jim Harbaugh as well, though.
Maybe I know we beat him in the Rose Bowl 2013, but I want to say Harbaugh was with the 49ers then.
Yeah, but yeah, 2013 he was definitely with the 49ers because
Yeah, I
it
think it was the year
was
we
the
won the
year
Super Bowl.
before. Yeah, yeah, that was the year before.
No, it was the year after we won the
But
Super Bowl. Ravens won the
yeah,
Super
you're
Bowl
right. You're right. You're
2012.
right.
Yeah,
2012. You're right. You're right. You're
2013.
right.
Yep.
You're right.
But
You're
yeah,
right. But
it's ugly, bro.
yeah, yeah. Like unfortunately, in today's college football, you have to foot the bill for somebody who's going to put in the work to make your program what you want it to be.
Exactly. Man, look, I ain't gonna lie to you, Ace. At Hawaii, I have as a win.
Yeah, That's about it.
And I'm not even 100% sure about that, to be honest, because teams go to Hawaii with that major travel distance, and it can get crunchy.
Yeah, my probability literally says 50% win.
Yeah, and then at BYU, Boston College, at UVA, all L's.
Yeah, I literally only have them beating
No way.
Hawaii and
No
maybe
way.
San Jose State.
Yep, we're here. That's my only two wins, bruh. And San Jose State is such a toss up for me,
It's
bruh.
iffy, it's iffy.
I only gave it to them because they're at home.
If only they had that receiver from like 2 years ago, then I'd definitely say it was a L.
Oh, nah, shoot. If they just had Nick Nash from last year.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah. That's nice. Nick
Nick
Nash.
Nash. Boy.
That's
Um,
right.
yeah, those are my only two W's. And I'm not even confident in those W's, to be completely honest.
No, they're definitely toss-ups, but again, we can only judge a team off of what we've last seen of them, and what we've last seen is not good.
Yeah, so I'm completely on the under win total for Stanford. Low key might bet it. Ace and I agree 2-10, 0-8 in conference play on the under 3.5 wins for Stanford. We're gonna move
Yeah,
right along
it's
to,
bad when you're hard pressed to get 3 wins.
bruh, it was hard pressed for me to come up with them too. We're gonna go to Syracuse.